Texas state troopers are warning spring breakers to stay away from the border after 4 Americans were kidnapped nearly 2 weeks ago.
Only 2 Americans came back home alive after a deadly run-in with the Mexican drug cartel. Fox's Mills Hayes is live now near the border. Mills, is this changing spring breakers' plans? I know there are many officials that are saying you got to rethink that.
It's definitely changing some college students' plans. I'm here on South Padre Island. We are about 45 minutes away from the U.S. Mexico border, and some of the college students here said that they were planning on going over into Mexico, but then they found out about the Americans that were kidnapped and decided not to, which is probably a good thing because it is currently under a level 4, the highest travel advisory that we have, a level 4 do not travel advisory in Matamoros, Matamoros, Mexico, because of the increase of kidnappings and robberies.
Spring breakers are filing in from Texas, Missouri, Illinois.
It's fun to meet new people, obviously. I love spring break. It's the best time of my life. Even like my dad was telling me about when he was in college, he went to South Padre. So it's I feel like you have to go at some point.
The U.S. Mexico border is less than an hour away from South Padre Island, and these Texas Tech students were considering a trip.
So yeah, the original plan, we were gonna go to Mexico for a day or two, something cool to do. And then, yeah, we heard about all that. We're like, maybe it's not the best idea to go to Mexico right now.
A drug cartel kidnapped 4 Americans this month at the same port of entry spring breakers typically use. Only 2 survived.
A lot of spring breakers, not only within Texas, but from out of state, will travel into Mexico, especially Matamoros, to go frequent the restaurants or the clubs. But in this case, we are stressing not to travel into Mexico because of the dangerous situation right now, because of the uptick in violence and kidnappings that are taking place.
Some parents are on high alert.
They didn't want me to come, but I told them I had to do some convincing, but it's a little bit nerve-wracking, to be honest.
After the whole situation, my parents kind of warned me, and they're like, just be safe. That's kind of the main thing we're going to do.
Most spring breakers say they're sticking on the island.
I'm also with a group of girls, and we're sticking together, and I feel like that's super important when you're traveling outside of where you're usually from, is to stay close with your people and don't let anybody wander off by themselves.
And this is a pretty small island. It feels like spring breakers are about everywhere here. And I would say about 50% of the spring breakers I spoke with didn't even know about the 4 Americans that were kidnapped. Now, we do know Mexican authorities say that there have been 6 arrests made in connection with the kidnappings of the 4 Americans and death of the 2. And so we'll have to wait and see if anything else occurs in that case. In South Padre Island, Texas, Mills Hayes, Fox 10 News.